Hello friends, today we're going to talk about box breathing. So there's going to be 3 parts to this talk. 1, what is box breathing? 2, how can this improve our life? 3, how can we improve our box breathing to be even better? So first of all, what is box breathing? Okay, I'll show you. Breathe in, hold your full breath, breathe out, hold your empty breath. Breathe in, hold your full breath, breathe out, hold your empty breath. Box breathing has 4 parts. These 4 parts are, as you heard, breathe in, hold a full breath, breathe out, exhale, and hold your empty breath. We keep it in a box that's all even so that we have, say, 4 seconds on the inhale, 4 seconds on the hold, 4 seconds on the exhale, 4 seconds on the hold. This is a cycle of breathing. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. So that's box breathing in a nutshell, or in a box. And let's talk really quick about why we do box breathing. So box breathing is great for helping us separate the different 4 stages of breathing, which are inhalation, holding a full breath, exhalation, holding an empty breath. It's important to be able to differentiate between the different modes of breathing so that when we go to do our breathing practices, or when we're doing something like martial arts or exercise or meditation, we're aware at all times of our breath. Think about it. This is something controlled that you can do. How often in your day do you do something that you have absolutely no control over? You don't control the weather. You don't control what the bees or the birds are going to do. You don't control other people. You don't control much of society. However, you have the opportunity to control your breathing. What a powerful thing that is. If we learn to influence and control our breath, we can work with our body, with our mind, to do many great things. So it's just as much a mindfulness technique as it is a breathing technique. Think about it. Right now, as you're watching this video, what stage of breathing are you in? Are you in between stages? Are you inhaling? Are you exhaling? Are you a full breath? Are you empty, out of breath? Are you doing this cycle on a regular basis? In general, doing this box breathing is better than, say, not doing it. Just being completely unaware of your breath, maybe breathing shallow. So this is a great way to become in tune with your breathing. It's really entry level. It's not complicated. It has 4 stages. You can draw a box as you do it. So let's start with this. We're going to count to 4. And as we count, we are going to go around this box. So starting going up. Oh, I messed it up. Let me do it one more time. Ready? So that keeps things consistent. Why do we want things to be consistent? Because consistency breeds quality. So if you consistently do this repeatedly, that quantity is also going to bring quality of breathing into your life. Because breathing is the most important thing that we do. It's the foundation of every single motion that you make, everything that your body does to take care of yourself. Okay, so without getting into too much detail, start simply just by going through the stages. You don't have to make a box, you don't have to count it out, just make sure that you're aware. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold. After you get the hang of that, you can start to time it. So you're going to count to 4. Cool stuff. Why is this important? Because if you're doing things like martial arts, you can start to stage your martial arts into the different boxes of the breath. So yeah, overall it's great for learning to be calm and meditative. That's box breathing. So that's stage 2, is why do we do box breathing? Well, breathing is important. It's the most important thing we do in general. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is stage 3, which is how do we improve our box breathing or our breathing in general? Okay, so after you get the hang of box breathing, you're going to start to time your box breathing. You're going to see how long you can sit in each stage. Just for kicks, go ahead and try to go 30 seconds in each stage and see how far you get. I'm guessing that unless you're a breatharian or some type of breathing yoga, breather athlete, unless you've practiced this, you're probably gonna not be able to make it 30 seconds in each stage. You're gonna have interruptions in your breath. So the goal is to push it. So start with 4, and then go for 5. And then make it 6. And then 7. Etc. You're going to keep adding that layer of time and breathing until you're able to go super long, breathing in slow, holding it for a long time, breathing out slow, holding it for a long time. This is going to increase your endurance for your breath. You're going to be able to hold your breath for longer. You're going to be able to breathe more fully. You're just going to have more control. So if, say, you're a diver or you need to enter into a situation where you're going to be out of breath for a long time, this is great to start to practice to control that mechanism. So once we've done that and we found out kind of where we are, we can start to improve upon that. But here's a couple of ways we can improve upon that further. So I recommend that instead of just counting seconds and keeping it even, that you actually count your heartbeat. And here's the reason why. In general, we want to be exhaling more than we inhale. There's a bunch of physiological reasons for that, but in order to not clog up the system, we want to keep a nice free exhale going. We want to be exhaling more than we inhale. When our body digests and metabolizes, whenever we make CO2 from, say, digesting sugar, glucose, all those good things, we're actually making gas from solids. So if we're breathing in a set amount of air and then our body's using that air to create more gas from digesting food, and then we're also exhaling the air that we breathed in, that means our body's going to be breathing out more than we breathe in general. That's how our metabolism works. We need to exhale more than we inhale. If we don't, we're going to clog up the system, we're going to have inflammation and all those types of things. So what I would recommend is that you actually put your hand on your pulse, and instead of counting seconds, which are just an arbitrary measure, we count our heartbeats, which is in tune with our breath. So that when you inhale and hold, and then go to exhale, our exhalation is actually slightly longer because, friends, when we exhale, our heartbeat actually slows down. Why is that? Well, our body's a pressure system. So when we're inhaling, we're increasing our pressure. So our heart is increasing in intensity. When we let go of that pressure, the pressure system of our body starts to lessen. So our blood pressure, our body pressure, our pressure in general starts to decrease. And that's a good thing if you want to, relax or something. If you want to chill out and also, metabolize and have a healthy body, it's a good thing to exhale. So again, I'm going to show you this. Sorry that we're talking, I'm not instructing you through it. This video isn't meant to be like a breathe with me instructional video. It's more meant to be kind of what is breathing, box breathing, how do we breathe, how can we do it better, why do we do it, etc. So I'm going to show you this heartbeat method. So you breathe in, hold, and exhale. And hold. Now, if you're observant, you might have noticed that my exhalation was longer and slower than my inhalation. And that's for those reasons that I just described. So that's box breathing in a nutshell. I wanted this video to be about 10 minutes, and that's 10 minutes. You can amplify this in a lot of ways. You can go and you can walk while you're doing this, so you can count steps. So if you're on a walk, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. See how long you can go. Adding exercise into this actually increases our endurance. When our body is challenged to operate with constraints, it is forced to become more efficient. And so when we're becoming more efficient, our breath is fighting to improve. All the cells in our body are having to do more with less, and all of the unwanted, unnecessary, less efficient cells in our body are being forced to recycle themselves. They're atrophying. They're reforming into a more efficient metabolic process. So let's say our brain, if our brain has to operate with only a certain amount of oxygen, then any unwanted thoughts, unwanted intentions, unwanted pathways or neurons are going to get pruned. They're going to get taken out. They're going to get replaced. So anyway, that's box breathing in a nutshell. Thank you for being in this video with me, and thank you for being on this planet with me. Stay alive, stay safe, and take it easy.